sweet sunbeams, no things of distant past. Walk the lonely paths of love, forget the warmth of light, the soothing rain that eased your pain, now stings you in its plight. Walk the lonely paths of hope, the answer still unknown, to heal a land dead and unmanned. You lose the paths of home. But though the lovers linger, you put them all to bed. Corruption's own harbinger, the unknown stars you send.
Welcome to the July episode of Community Showcase Live. We're happy that you're here with us on our 11th show, and we have so much great fan art to share with you. And I want to first call out our artists in the musical vein. The first piece was by Dusk. It's called Map, Compass, and Satchel, and it is a composition for a character named Captain Case. The second piece is by a musician I haven't heard before named Thornheart, who created a piece called Farewell to the Firstborn. This is a Guild Wars II tribute song about the life and loss of the beloved Sylvari Traherne. I should say on the second piece that you'll want to visit our Tumblr page if you'd like to hear the full piece. We only had a few minutes, but it runs about 8 minutes. It's absolutely wonderful. And my guest this week, so excited to have him here, is Matthew Medina, longtime ArenaNet employee and someone who's been on several different teams. So Matthew, where did you start? Where have you ended up?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for having me on the show. It's a pleasure to be here. And yeah, I've been here for 13 years. I started off as a general 3D artist doing some of the early map work and the user interface for the early game before we really had much of a game to speak of.
Or much of a crew.
Or much of a team, yeah.
Small company at the beginning.
Yeah, and then I transitioned into environment art, mostly doing props for the first 3 Guild Wars campaigns, and then I moved into doing props for Guild Wars 2. And then after a few years, about midway part through the development of Guild Wars 2, I switched into design, and I did some maps like the cities and a couple of other open world maps, and then I transitioned into doing story content. So now I'm a story design team lead, currently working on the second expansion for Guild Wars 2.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
It's great that you're able to explore different areas of interest as you
Yes.
stay with the company.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, we have a very welcoming atmosphere here where lots of different things can happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Follow your dreams, follow your
dreams,
inspirations.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
great. So happy you're here, Matthew.
Thank you
for joining us. Let's get started with the art here and start out with image number 1, which is by Galvanized FE, and it is a Sylvari image, an impressive dual wielding Sylvari, I notice.
Yes, the interesting comic book style here is very dynamic and very interesting with the black and white. I was looking at those pistol skins. I hadn't seen anything like that. But I don't play a lot of classes that have pistols, so I don't know if those are actual skins in the game or if they
Yeah, I'm not
made
sure.
them up.
I'm not sure, but you're
But they're
right
really
about
cool.
the percussion explosion at the end of each of them
Mhm.
is very evocative of the comic book style.
Yeah,
And I love the movement too,
yeah.
the motion in the piece. It's
Yeah.
great. Here's one by Rome. Now, our players like to talk about where we might go and what we might
Mhm.
do and all the things that they dream of for Guild Wars. And
Oh, yeah.
this is Rome's idea of new races. And I have to say, I looked at it at first. First thing I saw, honestly, was the little script. But then I went, of course, there's the ubiquitous Tengu. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't really get the obsession some people have with the Tengu as a race, but that's okay. That's their thing. I love that they included the color swaths for each.
Yeah, this is a really interesting sort of, I don't know, wishful thinking perhaps of where things might happen.
What'd you choose?
I would definitely go with a Skrit. I think they're the cutest race in our game for me. Both their voices and their mannerisms.
Go for the shiny.
Yes, go
Yeah.
for the shinies.
They are my favorite too. I think that would probably be my first choice too. It's super cute. Artist Faizu created a celebratory image. What happened was Faizu got to the Ruby division of the championship rounds of play, PvP competitive play, and so then they decided to capture their guardian in this great portrait.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, congratulations on the achievement. I don't play PvP much, but I know that's a pretty impressive feat. And so this is a very fitting piece for somebody who's achieved something. I really like the style of this. You can see the intensity on the character's face, and the lighting on their face is also very nice.
It's awesome.
So,
Yeah, it's beautiful. Here's one by Talasa. It cracked me up. I had to include it. It's called Tyria Troubles. Features a couple of cute Asura sharing a little, well, shall we say, a wee bit of bathroom humor. And I just thought, it's so dirty. I mean, it's so cute.
Yeah, I like the personality on these two characters. I wonder if they're part of a series, because I think they would be interesting to see what else they might be getting up to, those two.
It really would. I'm not sure if I recall if Talasa has made this a series, but I think it would be fun to see them in other settings as well. It's really cute.
Yeah.
And McBaru gives us, moving from the cute to the beautiful.
Yeah.
We have this image of a Char Elementalist by McBaru. I absolutely adore this image. The stance and the expression is so beautiful.
Yeah, this is very much a noble Char, I think. She's just got, he or she has, a hand on the heart, and I love the colors. I'm a sucker for anything that's got those sort of blues and purples.
Yeah, it's my favorite too, is the lavender. McBaru said they had gotten some new software and they were doing some experimenting, and I know you use a lot of software here when you in your various jobs that you've done, and I just think that whatever they're using, they should keep, because that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a very painterly, very lovely piece. Yeah.
Here's a piece by Vargorm. It's a commission for Code Monkey Itazura Mono, and it's of their twins Silky and Daff, and they're exchanging weapons.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think we've ever seen a Sura pair of twins before.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
That's interesting, yeah. They're
And-
definitely identical, not fraternal.
Yeah, and it looks like they're engineers, because they've got the wrench and then the flying drone in the background.
Yeah, I like it. I love the eyes especially.
Yeah.
The eyes have such interesting shading there.
Mm-hmm.
And little teeth, little Asura teeth. Well done, Vargorm.
Yes.
I love this photograph and I love this cosplay. It's by Ms. Lunar. It's a Revenant with the Frostfang axe. And it's such the photograph itself is a piece of art, isn't it?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. When I first saw it, I didn't think it was a photograph. I thought it was a painting, a digital piece of art. But yeah, the costuming is fantastic. Just really top notch.
Yeah, amazing. I love it. There are several images that can be found on our forums, 5 or 6 panels, I think, of this particular cosplay, and they're all well worth seeing. I encourage you to go to the forums and look for Ms. Lunar's post to
Yeah.
see them, because it was hard to pick just the right one, but this one hit the spot. It's beautiful. Here's a sketch by Thairor's Legacy, and it's of a chibi Silvaris. Thairor's wrote, I haven't drawn a proper chibi for a while, and since I can't get my Revenant right, maybe a chibi will suffice. And I also think I found a leaf type I want to give him. It will be a surprise. So I don't know what that means exactly, but I'm kind of excited about it.
Well, I want to find out what the surprise is. I'd like to see this in color too. I think there'd be some really dynamic stuff going on there.
Yeah. Thairor's does a lot of great art. And
Yeah.
I could see that possibly getting colorized
Yeah.
too. Yeah, beautiful. Here's Hunas Drawings creation of Rain, and Rain is an elementalist. And this art was done as an art trade with another player named Micah's. And I love how artists will get together and say, I'll draw your character if you'll draw mine. And then they
Yeah.
share art. Isn't that great?
It's so amazing to see our community do stuff like that together. And this piece in particular has got a very special place in my heart, because I was a big fan of the old World War II bomber nose drawings that were done in the 40s, and this has that kind of quality to it. I can easily see this being on the bow of one of our airships, actually.
I think
it'd
you're
be
right.
really
It has
awesome.
a 40s vibe to it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Enola Gay and all the planes that they had, and a lot of them had that
Yeah.
kind of a always an attractive lady, and
Usually,
that
yeah.
setting is just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's well done.
Very well done.
Here's one by Dwindova, and it's Salty, a sketch of Salty, and it's a commission for a player named Fernways. I really like it. I was going to ask about the alphabet in the lower right, but I don't think that is Crichton.
No, that's actually cuneiform, which is an ancient
Oh.
Earth language. So I don't know if that might be their name in cuneiform. I'm not sure. But I love this char. He's aptly named Salty, because that's what he looks like. He's probably not a happy char.
Yeah, he's not crying salty tears
No.
of gloom. He's got that aggressive kind of a
Yeah.
just show me the facts or something like that. He's just an adorable little guy. I thought of Crichton when I saw this, because I know that you created the Crichton alphabet. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. When we worked on Prophecies, we had done a little bit of signage, but it was really just to put some shapes up on stuff to make it look like there was writing. We didn't think much about it. And then as we rolled into Guild Wars 2, we decided, let's take some of those languages and update them and fill them out and make sure that they actually can be used for the different signage. And so we created New Crichton, which was based on some old runes that were in Guild Wars 1, and then we had Ascalonian, and then I went to Asuran. I mean, some of those were developed partly during the first campaign, but they weren't really used until Guild Wars 2, and then we rolled out all the different languages.
That's
from there.
fantastic. That
Yeah.
must have been quite the challenge to make them all distinctly racially appropriate, and you know what I mean? This
Yeah,
looks like Asura. This looks like.
I spent a few weekends of my own time, kind of with a calligraphy pen, just sketching out ideas for what each of the different alphabets would look like. We already had Crichton in the game, so that was a little easier, but I did have to pick and choose which of the letter shapes were appropriate for the new one.
That's
So,
awesome. Isn't it great to see people who are actually using?
It
those
is.
alphabets?
I think you had on the program not that long ago, and I've seen on my Twitter feed images that people are sharing of their fan art where they're writing like entire journals in Crichton or Asuran, and it's like, holy cow, I never anticipated it would spread outside the game the way that it has, but it's really awesome to see.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Last month we had we featured the journal that's kind of a bestiary,
Yeah.
and it's written. The artist is Spanish speaking, so I think it might be New Crichton used in Spanish language, and here we are on an English language program and a game that spans 4 different languages
Yeah.
and global community. It's just so exciting.
Yeah, it really is. It's good to see.
Yeah. I'm glad you did that. I thought it was neat. We had the allusions. I remember the community in Guild Wars. We had the allusions to language, but not quite the fully fleshed. And then when that came out, it was quite exciting.
Yeah. It's a really nice tool for us to be able to like actually communicate with players in an in-game sense with environmental storytelling. So
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
Here's another one I wanted to show you. This is by Ask Leo the Asura Engineer. This is entitled Asura Power. I believe, let's see, Leo wrote, My Necromancer Nurgle. Here you can see him in another world or universe where he isn't a necromancer but is actually a life-mancer.
I've never heard of a life-mancer.
I haven't either, but
That's
it's
an interesting idea.
concept, a whole different idea.
I wonder if his little glasses there for show, because I don't know how much they'll help him with his eyes being so big. But
I don't know, unless
yeah.
he was looking at for close work. You know,
Maybe.
obviously this
Yeah.
guy does needlepoint or something.
Yes.
I like the little braids too.
Yeah.
It's really super cute. Here's one by Tuman. This is Raven Al-Sheratain. And I love the image, although I think those are eyes dotted, do you think?
That's my thought too on the scarf and on the chest piece. I think there's sort of a necromancy vibe to this character between the mask and the eyes of the skull and then the Orient chicken in the corner.
Yeah.
The poor little Orient chicken.
The risen chicken. I didn't get that for a while. I looked at that and was, what the heck? Yes. Yeah. It's adorable. So it's kind of a beautiful yet slightly scary
Kind of haunting,
image.
yeah.
Well done, Tumain.
Mm-hmm.
You might be aware that a few weekends ago we had an in-game event that the players
Yes.
came up with, and a lot of us participated in it. It was great fun. It was for Pride Month, and it was we walked from Holbrook. I think you worked on Holbrook, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, we walked from Holbrook all the way down to Radissoum, and we had out all sorts of our best outfits and our kites and our balloons and fireworks going off, and it was so much fun. And even before that event happened, though, Patou, also known as Pâté de Surf, created this image called Pride, and I love the rainbow effect. I love the different images.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice piece. And I support the amazing work that people are doing for Pride, both in and out of the game. It's really amazing to see.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fun event. I hope we do it again.
I hope so too.
Here's an opportunity to show you a video. I found this just recently on our forums. First is where I found it, and it's I just love Guild Wars. I love Guild Wars 2 in relation to their music and the compositions that are in the game. There are times when I like to go to a map just to hear the pieces of music and to look at the beautiful art that you and everyone else have created. It's just so it's just a way to escape and be in another place that you love so dearly. And one of my favorite pieces is the music dedicated to the Crystal Desert. And this piece that we're going to share with you is by Omabuji and Hashel05. And together they create a beautiful presentation of the Crystal Desert music that they've called Crystal Oasis. And as you watch, see if you could spot the in-game character mirroring the musicians as they play. It's absolutely beautiful. Here we go.
Cool.
love that so much.
Yeah.
I am absolutely so in love with that piece. I'm just like sending my love to you guys for making that. It is awesome. What did you think?
That was amazing. I like normally, I'm used to hearing the sounds of the orchestra, the stuff that Jeremy did with the original song. So to hear it reinterpreted for guitar and bass and keyboard, like that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I hope to see more from you guys in the future. You
Yeah.
are awesome. Amazing. I'm sharing this everywhere I can, Facebook and all my groups, and it just keep on keeping on. And yeah, okay, taking a moment here. This piece is by Will to Draw, and this is Iola Vian. And you don't often see a smiling Asura.
Yeah, not unless they're up to some nefarious experiment.
That could be.
Yeah.
That could be. That could not be a smile of innocence, but a smile of evil.
Yeah, no, maybe not evil, but at least mischief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cute.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Let's see if there's a story about this. Oh, yeah, it was part of an art trade. That's right. They traded with another artist, and I love when the community does that. It's like, I'll draw your character, you draw
Yeah.
mine, and let's trade. Let's share.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Here we go with Nephi Ferry has taken this image. I called it Silvari Reflection. I don't know if it has an official name, but it was Nephi Ferry wrote, "This is the first time I had a go at drawing water, and I'm really happy with the results, and so am I. This is beautiful."
Yeah, I have drawn water in my own illustrations. It is not an easy task. I think they've done a very, very good job here capturing the reflections and the amount of perturbance in the surface there. It's really nice.
I like too the muted greens of the background and then the one single flower. It's just really very beautifully composed.
Yeah, I'm curious about the story behind this, because to me that piece that she's holding in the water also looks like one of our back skins. There's a I can't remember what the name of it is, but there's a yellow flower. One of my characters actually wears it. That appears on your back. And I wonder if that's what they were trying to capture, that's where they got that piece.
That could be.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that so
Indeed.
much. Here's one that hits close to home since I'm a forum lead. This is Pink Alp Balanus, and they're taking a little poke at our word filter, but then who doesn't?
Yes. Well, it's become such a thing that like even I use kitten now in my daily speak because I have a 12-year-old at home, and so got to be careful around his sensitive ears. So kitten comes up in conversation more than a few times.
I was telling Matthew earlier that I can, as an administrator for the forums, I can go in and see what someone wrote, and I had someone report another forum member the other day because they thought that person was trying to subvert the word filter by disguising terrible language, or that our filter had to catch terrible language. And in fact, I went in and they had legitimately used kitten in every place, and it was really cute. It's become quite the cultural thing, huh?
Yes, it has.
Yeah, and you're even using it at home. That's awesome to hear. Well done. That's good. This is by Donna Weigand, and it's Reza. It was a happy birthday gift for Codemite. I thought it was so cute with the wings and the bunny ears.
Yeah, and the little hearts in the corner, and also the way that the torso shape is framed forms kind of a little bit of a heart. So I think there's some love in this image.
Yeah, super cute. That's a great birthday gift.
Yeah.
And happy birthday to Donna's friend, whoever that might be. This is a cute image, and it's done in an unusual way. Gross Doodles and their friend Val, they shared it. One of them did the sketch, and then the other one came along and did the colorizing later. So it's two friends sharing an ice cream cone. Their names are Ofe and Vavine.
That's cute. They're relaxing on looks like a Crichton beach.
We're thinking Crichton because South Sun Cove not going to be so restful, huh?
No, I think they'd probably be eaten by Karka if they were relaxing on the beach there. So.
Yeah. Matthew, you worked on the South Sun map, right?
I did work on the original South Sun release, the Lost Shores event.
I don't have to blame you for the spawns, though, that kill me all the time.
You probably do.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have words later.
Yes.
Yeah. I've died many a time on South Sun. Here's another great cosplay. This is a
Yeah.
Sylvari, and it's by Sternenti Cosplay. It is Sylvari cosplay armor is the light version of the carapace armor, and she carries the Duena greatsword.
It's just gorgeous. That sword is amazing. The detail on it, I can't imagine how much work goes into the cosplay that our players put together. It's amazing.
You've seen some of them when they've come to the studio, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love to see them. There were a few people at Gamescom over in Germany, and they were just beautifully presented. It's such a pleasure. This is by Vanaliel, and I love the presentation here where you see the in-game images, and then you see the sketch of Isaac Heil and Lily Vanderhall. It says, as a story, she was born into the world of the human noble and divinity's reach, where he was brought in by loving adoptive parents. She attracts a lot of trouble, and he's great at getting her stubborn butt out of it. So says the artist.
That's great. I love the figures on the left in the sketch they almost look like they're looking to the right at the in-game characters, kind of with this, what are you guys doing over there? What trouble are you getting up to? Because I love that they have that story.
It's cute, isn't it? It's great. It's terrific. Here is QS Dragon Lord. They got their first legendary, and to celebrate it, sat down and sketched Quip.
Cool. Well, congratulations on getting the legendary. I don't have one yet.
You're working on it, but don't have one yet, huh?
It's a little hard to find the time with everything going on right now, but
it is time consuming. I have to say, I play a ranger. I do although it's not the strongest build in the world, I do love bows, and I have both Dreamer and Kudzu. I'm very, very proud to have those legendaries. I love them so much. I use them with pride every day just because they're so wonderful. And something about bows comes to mind is when we first started testing the game on the, as you described, a map that almost wasn't a map because it was just so very, very bare. And we were playing, all of us, with one male warrior-like character with a sword.
Yeah.
And the day they introduced bows to the game, this one brought brownies for the entire company.
Oh, yeah.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
What's your favorite profession?
My main is a mesmer.
Ah,
yeah.
Nice.
I mostly do mesmer, and then I have one of each.
Oh, cool.
But mesmer is my favorite. Yeah.
So you can throw up those helpful portals for people.
I can, but I don't.
Oh.
I'm kind of selfish.
Oh.
I'm sad to say. No, it's just the build that I run with my mesmer is all about clones and popping in and shattering clones. So I put all the utility skills on my bar that facilitate that, and so I don't have room for portal.
Sure.
I can if people ask me nicely.
Oh, that's nice. That's great.
Yeah.
Here's Charoban's image of Lyovan. And as you can see, Lyovan is a Sylvari necromancer, and I think it's a very evocative portrait, isn't it?
It is, and going back to what we just talked about with professions, like my third kind of character right now is my Reaper, Necromancer Reaper, because of that, and so it's very cool to see the scythe represented there.
Anything that has a scythe, I love Halloween, so scythes always make me think of the Grim Reaper. He makes me think of Halloween. Halloween is just awesome, and I love that there's a scythe. Oh yeah, that's a great weapon. I like the flow of the armor on this one too. This is by Nutterfly, and it's a sketch done while they were traveling to a trade show in Lyon, and I'm assuming that's France, in which case lucky them. Yeah, really. It's a nice sketch, isn't it?
I like it. It looks like a Char war band. Or maybe a rock band.
It could be a rock band because that rifle could almost be a guitar.
Hey, rifle guitar skin? I don't know. What do you think?
Whoa. Could be good. Could be good. Ryuki Bart made this image of Nida, and it was a gift for Blue Bee's art blog. And it's Nida being, as they said, a badass. I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, that's Anasura with some power. I mean, is bleeding out their eyes. It doesn't happen very often. So.
It's true. I'm so powerful I can't
Yes.
control it. It's coming out of my eyes and my ears. Yeah.
That's cool.
I think it may be elementalist with the fireball.
Yeah, I would say so. That's what it looks like to me.
Very beautiful. I just noticed the focus or the wand or whatever the heck that is in the right hand. It has almost an alien face look to it. I don't know that weapon or that item, but I like it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know if
cool.
it's,
It looks like maybe it's a skull.
maybe it's a skull, in which case that begs the question of, well, I don't know what the profession is, but it's an awesome image. Thank you, Ryu Bart.
Nice composition.
This is a splash screen concept by T. Petty, and I'm not sure how they made it, but it really caught my eye with the incorporation of the Heart of Florence logo and then this character with that great perspective.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely popping off of the screen there and sticking that Belinda sword right in her face.
Any idea of the method used to create this?
I don't know. It could be that they did a screenshot and then did like a paint over or did some filter work on it to make it look kind of pencil drawing-esque, or that it might be that they just did a pencil drawing based off of the reference. A lot of different possibilities.
It's really, really nicely done. Nikobe created this image of Jinxie Doodle. It's an Asura necromancer. And I asked Matthew when we glanced at this earlier what the thing was behind the little Asura. And you said it was...
it's one of the underworld creatures, the shades.
Of course.
Yeah.
I didn't get it in that presentation. I didn't get it. I was looking at it like, is that an oddly shaped vegetable or cloud or what is it? But yeah, it's a shape.
The 6 eyes are what give it away.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I should have caught that. Those are not sesame seeds on a cookie. Those are definitely eyes. Yeah. An artist with the Asura-like name of Zelk created this a while ago and wrote that they enjoyed trying to find out what Mald's celestial form would look like. I love the stylized look of this. The presentation is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's the angles are what sell it. You know, it's got its own distinct style, and I really like the cloak with the stars on the inside. This kind of mystical, like otherworldly quality. That's really cool.
Too. The cloak is maybe the best part in a very, very good piece. Thank you, Zelk. Asaraith writes, after an intense night in guild role-playing, I had to draw my guildmate's char, Erebon Kriegrinder, sorry about that, who died during an attempted exorcism last night. I swear, everyone in this guild has demon problems.
Wow.
And I just think I want to join that guild.
Well, I don't know if they all have demon problems.
Oh yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
But I love this. It reminds me a lot of like you see it a lot with cartoons and other Disney, sort of properties, that when you want to capture what a character's personality is, you do a lot of different faces, showing different expressions, different happy, sad, laughing, and so that's what this reminds me of. It's really cool.
That's true. It's kind of like the five faces of Erebon. I particularly love the upper right with the cheesy grin.
Yeah.
Not common on a char.
No, I like the bottom right one with the fierce roar. That's very char to me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Casu Arts drew dual portraits of Brilvan and Orlethea, a revenant and a thief. I like the simplicity of this and yet the expressiveness, the depth of it.
Yeah, it's not necessarily easy. People sometimes see simple art and they think, oh well, that's easy. It's actually sometimes a little bit harder to capture an expression or a personality with fewer lines because you have less to work with, obviously. But I think this artist has done a very, very good job of sort of giving personality and life to these characters. I mean, you can kind of see what they're like here.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Cookie Fennec has created an image of a character with more umlauts than I've ever seen in any name. I'm not going to try the proper Germanic pronunciation. Yeah. I'm just going to call the character Cookie.
Kooky.
They wrote Kooky. They wrote Cookie likes to consider himself fashionable and charming, and likes to wear an eye patch out of the fact that it looks cool. Now, I don't see the eye patch there, but I see a very cool looking char.
Yeah, when I see this image, I think to myself, this is a char who likes to be petted. He just has that kind of quality of like, you just want to go and scratch under that chin. You know, he's just got that super approachable face. I love the personality and expression on that.
Well, you can see I had to include this one for sure.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Okay, moving on. This is a darling image that's really the cat's pajamas, or that has a charming tale to tell. This is by Zephyrite. And they captioned it, "There's so many things that we can accomplish." The title is Cattail, and just look at it. It's so cute.
Yes. I when I heard the title, I thought cattail, and sure enough, there it is. It's right there on the cat's tail. And I don't think we've had a Sylvari kitty before, which is also cool. Like, we have the Sylvari hounds,
Many.
but we don't have a kitty.
I don't think we do, and I think
No.
that would be awesome if we did. So
I think we should forward this one on to the creature artists.
maybe Zephyrite has presented an inspiration for our team.
Yeah.
Could be. Thank you for sharing that as well. And let's wrap up all the fan art by sharing a fun video by Spuddy or Spoody. Video shows 5 ways. I'm not going to say anymore. Just watch the video. I think you're really going to enjoy this. Wasn't that great?
That was cute.
Yeah,
That was good.
super creative and super fun. And I've been there with a few of those situations.
Yes.
I knock back on my bow, and yeah, I mean, I sometimes knock them back. Sometimes I knock myself back.
Yeah. And I know all too well the pain of just mistiming that one glide.
Oh, yes.
And you were just like,
You
what am I going to do now? I guess I'm going to fall.
Yeah. It's so true.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for being here on the
Sure.
show. It was so much a pleasure to have you here and to
Thank you
share
for
your
inviting me.
stories and share the art with you. Isn't it great?
Oh, yeah. It was so awesome. I love seeing everyone's creative, ventures.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's great to
thank
have.
you for having me.
Oh, yeah, my pleasure. I hope you'll come back again.
Definitely.
And I'm going to do a few call outs here. First, let's talk about submissions. We'd love for you to submit your art on our forums. You know where to go, Community Corner, Community Creations, and just pop it in there, and that's great. If you put it on our Tumblr page, be sure you use the hashtag Guild Wars 2 fan submission. And once you do that, we have permission to use your art perhaps in a future show, which is always good. And then let's talk about future shows. Speaking of that, I thought it might be fun to have a couple of themes, or at least to share those themes with you now, so that you can start thinking about and maybe even creating your art. It's never too early to submit for a future show. So, as you might expect, knowing that I love Halloween best of all, October will be our Halloween, all Halloween, all the time show. In November, let's go with a theme to boost our offerings on the subject of the Norn. So let's call it Nornvember, and let's see what you guys can do. It won't be only Norn art, we'll have plenty of other things, but let's go with Nornvember and see what we can get from those frosty guys from the north. And then in December, as you could predict, we'll have the Winter's Day show. We're going to feature some art from previous Winter's Day, but if you want to put on your thinking caps now and start creating, or in the fall or lead up to winter, do that and share with us on Tumblr or the forums, and we'll look forward to seeing those. If you want to put a hashtag for hashtag Nornvember, hashtag Halloween or Winter's Day, that's fine too. And we'll look forward to seeing what you come up with. That'll be really great. Our next show is on Wednesday, August 17th at noon Pacific time. So we hope to see you then, and until then, keep creating.
All right.